it.
Yeah, one you have to like just dangles from the like.
Yeah, it comes down.
Yeah.
Different
Like,
song.
like
Oh, like
boxing.
a boxing ring.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen.
And I can't stand this thing because I always do this. And it sounds awesome. So,
My headphones when you do that.
yeah.
What, when I do this? Yes.
Yeah, we really all should have headphones on, but
Yeah.
That would look really legit.
Yeah. I was watching this podcast the other day, and they all had headphones on, and the guy was like, "I can't do the headphones thing," and he just took them off, and I was like, "What?"
I get that.
you can turn the bass up in my headphones.
Yeah.
More in the morning.
Are we still recording? Or are we?
Should we start it
Oh,
over?
No. We don't-
Sure.
We don't edit.
I mean, because of the camera length.
I thought we were doing the
Time.
solo intro of Steve.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Right.
Well, I don't think I really. Whatever. We'll figure it out. It all works out.
All right.
One or the other. So. Hey.
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 Podcast 733.
Close to 19.
19.
20?
19 was last time.
20.
20.
Number one for me.
Okay.
And number one for you. Who are you?
Who
Wait,
are you?
Let this guy in.
I don't know.
What am I doing here? Oh, I got to be a little closer to this thing.
Did you you trying to go down to Points North or
Yeah,
FNG across the hall? Oh,
Yeah.
Some guy just wandered into the conference
weird.
room here.
Who is this guy?
Who are you?
I'm the heat guy.
Ah,
guy.
nice.
It's actually been warmer.
Turning the burners up around here, you know.
That's funny. That's an inside
That's
joke.
a good like hitman
Yeah.
name. I'm the heat guy.
I bring
Turning
the
up the
the heat man.
burners.
I bring the heat.
Yeah.
Yep.
So introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Steven Pestalozzi, and I'm a new designer here. Creative Arcade. Very excited. First week.
Wow.
Second week.
Second week.
Yeah.
Kind of.
First
Half-
full week.
First full week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool.
Thanks for that.
Where do you hail from?
I hail from Duluth, the icy shores.
Oh,
Been here
nice.
most of my life. Spent a couple years in the cities going to school and came back, and now I'm here. I was working over at Northern Water Smokehouse. Love that place, but time to move on. Excited to be here.
We're excited to have you.
In the cities for school. I should have read your resume.
He has a resume?
I don't know.
What are those?
Well, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you.
Thanks.
We kind of teased this in the last episode, which, so we warned everyone that we were going to have you on. So I'm glad you agreed to be on because that would have really screwed up our mojo.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think we really warned you until today.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know much about this.
Yeah.
That's okay though.
It's
Well-
okay. The tens of fans we have and that listen to this.
Tens of thousands, right?
I mean,
Tens of something.
Once I turn the burners up.
Right.
Right.
Bringing the heat now. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, who's calling me?
Should we answer this on? Is it a request?
722.
You probably shouldn't say that over the.
I think it's my tax guy.
Is this fun, guys? Watching Jeff answer phone
Sorry,
calls.
It's my tax guy. He can wait.
I hope he doesn't listen to our podcast.
No, Tom doesn't.
Oh, I'm not good enough for you.
Yeah, no, I'm sure Tom doesn't.
Tom Kieran?
No.
Now we're just name dropping.
Oof.
Oof, yeah. I hope he's not listening, or maybe he is.
He's a great guy.
So where we at? So what happened? We had Super Bowl a couple days ago.
What?
What was that? 3 days ago?
Were the Vikings in it?
So we had the Super Bowl 3 days ago.
Oh.
So close. So
I'm trying
close.
to act like I don't watch football, but I do.
Yeah.
It was the second game of football I watched all year.
Oh. What was the first?
The one where the Vikings lost.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was.
You didn't see the miracle.
I know. I saw the miracle, so I turned on the TV with 30 seconds left. Saw the miracle. Decided I wanted to start watching football.
And
It
then,
all went
and then
downhill
they,
from
then
there.
they dashed your hopes and
Yeah.
dreams. Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
me and my wife were pretty excited to start watching football. You know,
What a terrible game to start watching football with.
but I saw the miracle play, so my
That's-
expectations were really high.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Okay, sorry, but I'm done with the Vikings. I moved on.
Yeah.
So
So
Super Bowl.
so the game, yeah, we had the Eagles and the Patriots, which I'm a Patriots fan. I like Brady. I like Belichick. I like how they.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm like a Patriots fan per se, but I am a huge Tom Brady fan, so I guess I kind
Yeah.
of basically root for them.
I
But
think
I'm not rooting for the Vikes or whatever.
I think they're both the greatest of all time. So
Yeah.
I think it's fun to watch
Bunch
those
of
guys
goats.
play, and I have no interest in Philadelphia. So I do like LeGarrette Blunt though. He's fun to watch.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah.
It was a pretty exciting game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty neutral on both those teams, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Halftime show. Anybody?
I liked it. I know there was either you loved it or you hated it. Is kind of what I had heard from a lot of places. I thought it was fine.
I was neutral on it. I didn't disgust me, but
No, it wasn't the greatest
I
one.
don't
I'd
get
seen.
the idea of smashing all the hits into that small amount of time, though. It feels kind of messy.
yeah, that was kind of annoying to listen to. I'm just glad they didn't have like Justin Timberlake with ZZ Top or you know, some.
Please welcome Sting.
Yeah, who's older?
Please welcome Shaggy. It wasn't me.
He was
I think I would've liked Shaggy
actually
more.
on in the.
I know. That's why I think I probably said
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
probably saw that already. But.
Who's he
I
playing with?
I would have liked Shaggy more, I think.
Yeah.
Shaggy.
Who is he with? I saw something in the pregame
I don't
he was
know.
on with. Oh, it was no, that wasn't it.
Hey, back to your smashing hits together. So this is since you said it, I remember the other day on a radio program they were interviewing the music critic from Star Trib in the cities, and he was talking about he didn't like it per se. He thought it was. I mean, he thought it was okay, but he didn't like it because of that. And he said that the most before this one that they had ever like number of songs they tried to smash into that whatever it is 17 minutes was like 7 when that was like 2 years ago. I guess Timberlake had 10.
Okay.
It was
10
a lot.
songs.
I thought it
Yeah.
felt a little messy, but
Right, and that's what he said. It was just too much going on in his opinion, which I could see that, but
Mhm.
I thought they did a nice job with so much going on, like him kind of bouncing around the stage and stuff like that.
yeah, I liked how he moved around
Yeah,
Well,
and
it's
started
interesting.
inside.
Well, when he started inside, I'm like, where is he?
Yeah, same.
Is he not playing on the field? Is he
Yeah.
in like the locker room or
Is he in the
something?
Metrodome?
Right. Like that ceiling doesn't look very tall there. What else? The Prince tribute. I don't know that he needed to do it, but
Right.
I feel like most Minnesotans wanted him to do something for Prince. So
But did they?
it was-
I think that's the
I
question.
don't know. I saw so many people. He better do something for Prince.
Right. Again, not to keep going back to the well here, but I'm going to. So the same program, they're talking about that too, and they were saying it almost feels cliche now that every band or
Yeah.
music person who comes to the cities now feels like they have to do some kind of Prince thing, and you
Yeah.
don't have to do that.
No.
You know,
Shows how influential he was, though.
he was.
Oh, he's-
I mean, yeah,
My favorite of all time.
yeah, but I mean, it was cool. The other thing they said too, there was all that controversy that it was a hologram, and I guess the facts of it was that whoever provided that information actually meant to say like what you saw was, but he called it a hologram, so that just kind of leaked through, and it was just a matter of what someone thought was a hologram, what other people think is a hologram, were two different things. So actually, what you
Yeah.
saw was what was planned the whole time,
Right.
not a hologram per se, I guess. But
And I had heard a rumor that Justin Timberlake was going to try to be Prince, dress up as Prince, and
like hairball,
yeah, I wasn't very excited to see. I thought I didn't
Like Dave
think he'd be able to pull it
like
off.
Dave Chappelle.
So I'm glad he didn't do that.
Did you see the meme of the scrim from the Super
Yeah,
Bowl?
yeah,
and then
yeah.
Someone superimposed the Dave Chappelle.
That's awesome.
They had it.
Game
That was funny.
blouses.
Game blouses. It's funny.
Anybody see the Creative Arcade Super Bowl ad?
I did.
Well, it wasn't Creative Arcade. It was Fairview Range.
Yeah, it was a local thing, but that was pretty cool because those are, those are still more expensive than normal, and
Yeah.
but yeah, I was excited to see that. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
'Cause we kind of knew it was going to be on there, but then I kind of forgot, and then it popped up, and I went, "Hey, I know that."
I know you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've heard that a few thousand times.
yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Made me feel important, I guess.
Right. I mean, on my, I have a list of commercials,
you
that I
do?
liked and disliked, and that was on top of the like list.
Number
You know,
one.
I thought it was number one. So many good things about it that.
Right, right.
It was also number 2.
Yeah.
Number one, we did it. Number two, it's a client of ours. Number three, we shared it on Facebook. Right?
All those things.
Oh,
yeah.
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 So
So, any ads that stick out to you guys? Anything you liked, disliked?
The Tide ad. Oh, go for it.
I think my favorite was the robot one for Sprint.
Oh yeah.
His coworkers were making fun of him.
Oh yeah.
the AI stuff.
Well,
yeah.
What were they making fun of him for again? The wrong phone or
That he was
something?
still using the wrong carrier.
Oh, wrong carrier.
And
That's
he
what it
had
was.
analyzed all the data.
That's right.
Why are you still using this? And then all the robots laughed.
That's right. Yeah.
It ended with, "You have a stupid face."
stupid
That was pretty funny.
I would have to say, if we're going favorites right away, I would say my favorite was Tide. I think it was to me, it was unique what they did in trying to get into a bunch of different ads and using, was it Procter and Gamble or who's their
Parent company?
Parent company.
I don't
It's
know.
one of the big corporations
That
like
makes
that.
sense.
So they.
Let's just call it that.
One of their other products, is Old Spice. So they had the tie into the Old Spice ads and some other stuff. And they're capitalizing on that guy from Stranger
Can we
Things.
get a kickback from Old Spice and Tide because we were talking about
We
it?
should.
Right.
That'd be cool. We can buy
Yeah.
lunch.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought that was unique. I
it
like
was-
that they tried something different.
Yeah. Overall, I guess, it was funny. We talked about this the other morning, kind of first reaction. And my first reaction overall was, and I guess I was looking at it from a 1,000-foot view. I was kind of like meh for the whole year, but there was some good ones. And I guess now you say that was probably one of my the ones I liked too.
Yeah, I saw so many negative comments about the commercials this year, and I actually enjoyed them because I think a lot of people didn't try as to be super funny, and then they're not,
Yeah.
or there was probably a little too much of the anthem message for me.
Well, I think only because it's been done before.
It's been done
So
before,
that's
and
what, for me, it feels like I saw like copycat ads. I felt like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like
Did
the
that-
MLK one was reminded me of Paul Harvey one from. Now that one at the time was probably 5 years ago already. Pretty awesome.
yeah,
That
that one was great, and the Paul Harvey version.
Yeah.
I think the MLK to sell Ram trucks. I don't know. I just
just not the right.
bad taste in my mouth
Yeah.
Yeah,
about it.
same.
I don't know why, but it just seemed wrong. And I think does it all go back to the Clint Eastwood commercials from like 2000?
Could be.
When was that? 2009, 2012. So
Yeah.
one of the. I think he kind of started that whole kind of vibe. I think, as far as I remember, I'm sure there's
Yeah.
stuff before that, but
I don't know. That one I didn't care for. There was a Doritos / Mountain Dew, which obviously it's the same parent company, Pepsi company. I think owns all that stuff. That one was pretty cool.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I watched Game of Thrones, so I like
So who
the
won?
actor. What's that?
Who won that battle?
Ooh,
know.
I don't know.
It was a face-off. It was a standoff at the
I'm
end.
going Morgan Freeman.
I just loved him singing Morgan Freeman singing Missy Elliott.
Right. Anything with
and
Morgan Freeman's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
So
it's automatic.
and the guy from Game of Thrones singing Busta Rhymes, I thought was pretty
what's his
good.
last name? Dinklage or something.
Dinklage, yeah.
I just remember him from Elf. So
Yeah.
call me Elf one more time.
Yeah.
Angry.
Are you feeling lucky, my friend?
Yeah. And I like that, that they were able to tie two of their own products into the same ad.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't know. I
pretty
thought
cool.
that was pretty cool.
different. That was different.
Yeah.
That they were able to do that together. It was kind of because they felt like almost two separate ads, and then comes back together. It was
There was that T-Mobile ad with all the babies lined up, like they were on a carousel almost from the above view, and they had the All Apologies from Nirvana on the xylophone.
I didn't see that one.
I was
Oh,
probably making some snacks at that point. I don't remember that
Definitely.
one.
I lost. I lost. I wasn't paying attention to the commercial just because of the xylophone. I'm like, is that Nirvana?
Hey,
Okay.
we'll take it. We'll take it.
No, I didn't like that one.
I didn't see it, so I can't have an opinion on
What else
it.
we got here? I liked the Coke commercial. It was the Wonder of Us, and it showed people all around the world, that they deserve a
Oh,
Coke, and kind of the
yeah.
individuality of people.
I think Coke is hard because there's such a recognizable brand. They've been around for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hard for them to really ever wow me personally.
I don't know that they wowed me, but I think that might have been the most beautifully shot
Yeah.
commercial on,
Sure.
and so I was just impressed by the
No, I was
quality of
I
it.
have to say I hated the Diet Coke one with the mango, like the flavor.
I like that one.
Whenever
Oh, like
she's
the
dancing.
girls dancing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind
I
of
don't
creepy, but I liked how simple it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I just had a higher expectation for a Super Bowl ad, and maybe
Yeah.
that's why I was just kind of like, eh. Yeah, I guess for me, I just felt like it was a pretty mediocre year, but
How about the Crocodile Dundee spoof?
I got tricked.
I did.
That had me fooled for a long time.
Well, you told me about it a few weeks ago that they were doing a new Crocodile Dundee movie. Come on. So when it came out,
I'm not happy about it either.
there it is. There's the trailer. And they switched it over to a tourism ad. I thought that was a good idea.
That was pretty cool that they pulled it off.
It kind of reminds you of the Tide thing, that
was
they're
gonna say.
trying to do different things, that you don't see very often.
yeah.
There was the Jeep Jurassic Park where they had Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the original footage being chased by the T-Rex, and he spins it around and chases the T-Rex. I love that. I thought it was really weird when he's back in the Jeep lot
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
What did I wrote down here? Do you want to test drive? And
I already did.
I just did.
Or I just did.
What the hell did you just do? But then at the end of it, they show him chasing the T-Rex in the sunset. What else we got? The Pringles one with what's that actor?
Oh yeah, with
What's his name?
Hader, Bill Hader.
Bill Hader.
That was pretty entertaining.
Yeah. Nobody asked you, Kevin.
Yeah,
I like
it's kind
that
of
one.
funny. You know what's with that ad? I guess I never thought about mixing flavors before. So that had me intrigued.
Such a simple little thing, and I'm like, yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I also
like,
never have 3 different kinds
Yeah.
of Pringles on
that's
hand.
true.
They had like
But maybe you
7.
will
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so maybe they did their job.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go buy 3 cans
Now you
instead of
need a
1
couple.
can.
Wonder how many people went out that evening and bought
Right.
multiple Pringles packs.
That's a good point.
I'm gonna save.
Like Jelly Belly.
We need the stats on that.
I'm gonna
Alright, Pringles
save.
one.
I'm gonna save my second favorite till later.
Oh,
I think we talked about this, and I think it's a consensus. We all did not like the M&M's ad with Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I hated it.
That was cringeworthy.
Oh, when he first turned into Danny DeVito, I'm like, oh my god, he looks like an M&M.
But then he started asking like, "Are you gonna
Do you wanna eat me?"
You want to eat me?" I'm like, "Gross! Like, get out of here."
And he gets hit by a bus. It looked cheesy,
yeah,
and
that was
but when he first changed, I'm like, he does look like him.
yeah.
M&M.
I didn't see that one.
It was
Yeah.
just awkward.
You didn't miss
Yeah.
much.
You liked the avocados from Mexico,
yeah,
which
I thought that was good.
I kind of turned around and I liked that
That
one,
was
and I
pretty
think.
Well, the thing is they've kind of. I always forget about them but they've been part of Super Bowl the last bunch of years, and
Yeah.
every year they're pretty good.
Yeah.
So then you see it, and I remember watching it, and I went, "Oh, it's avocados this year." Like almost like I forgot, but when I saw it, I was kind of like, "Okay,"
And they got that catchy little
I know.
avocados from Mexico.
Yeah.
That was me singing.
That one was good.
Can you rewind that?
I've been randomly humming that all afternoon.
I know, me too.
Since we watched it.
There was the Alexa where she loses her voice.
Oh, yeah.
I liked parts of that, and I thought other parts were terrible.
I liked it, but it was long.
Yeah,
too
it
long.
was long.
Yeah.
They could have broke that up into a few
Yeah.
different smaller ads.
Here's the thing: I had read before seeing that one, and I guess I was prepared. I guess they, and I supposedly they engineered it, and I don't know how they do this to not interact with your Alexa echoes at home
Oh.
during it. So when it came on, it automatically turned, and I watched my Echo at home to see if it would, because when you say Alexa
Yeah.
in general, like it lights up on top. Whether you ask her anything or not, if you just say the word Alexa, the thing lights up. And so it was engineered so that wouldn't go off at all.
Oh,
So I
never even
watched it,
thought
and
of that.
it did. It never, as many times they said Alexa in the commercial, it never did turn on. But I was also like,
Huh.
is it
Wonder how they
hearing
do
it?
that.
I don't know. So
Probably
there's-
use like Shazam to recognize it's part of the commercial or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or
So-
somebody could set up an ad to mess with Alexas around the world.
Right.
Right. So that was kind of interesting. But again, I had insider information before I went into the.
Wow, like
It's called the internet.
CIA.
Whoa.
I thought, yeah, some of it seemed weird and creepy. I did like the Gordon Ramsay part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was talking about what did he say? The recipe is the name.
Yeah.
It was the rest.
Yeah, for the grilled cheese.
Well,
Um,
then- yeah.
Anthony Hopkins. He's awesome.
And what's her name in the tub?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
what was
she
the?
just makes me laugh anyway.
What's with the
so.
peacock at the end with Anthony
That I
Hopkins?
don't know.
It's just
Well, yeah, that,
weird.
and the way he was coming off creepy Miami of like Silence of the Lambs.
I think they were trying
so there
to.
was something there, but I didn't recognize.
Yeah, maybe that's from
I don't
Hannibal.
know.
I can't remember.
Makes me want to watch Silence of the Lambs and see if I forgot
So
something.
good.
I know.
What do we got? We got the Toyota Paralympics commercial where they show the baby in the hospital born without legs, and then kind of
There
the
was a-
odds of winning that
I
went
like the
through
little
the.
odds of winning counter at the bottom. There.
Yeah.
Now that you say Toyota, they had a couple similar commercials that made me feel good.
They had the other one showing some of their non-car stuff of maybe some of the technologies that they're using.
I remember.
Of the serious commercials, I think that Toyota's was my favorite.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just love the odds of winning though when it kept going, and as she was training more and the odds were going up or down. They were going up. That
Odds were going up.
odds were going up that she would be an Olympian
How
or gold
bad-
medalist or however it was.
I might be putting the cart for the horse here, but how bad was the Hyundai thing?
Which one was that?
Oh yeah.
That was the
airport security.
Hyundai,
yeah.
Hyundai Hope campaign or
Yeah.
whatever.
I didn't even put that on here. I just
Oh, it was horrible. I remember seeing it and I was like, this is trying so freaking hard and it's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, I showed these guys earlier that one, and the comment underneath is, so if we don't buy a Hyundai, all
Right.
kids with cancer are going to die, or what?
Yeah, it was, I don't know. And then it was supposedly like shot over the weekend with actual people, but yet the way they acted, they felt like actors to me. So
They did.
it just didn't feel believable. It didn't feel, I'm
Didn't
sure
feel
it's
right.
a great program for them, you know, and what they're doing, but
How pissed would you be if you got pulled aside at security to go do a commercial?
yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd be a little annoyed by that.
Well,
but
supposedly when they put their Hyundai, that's how they selected the people. When
Right.
they put their stuff through the TSA thing, that's how they selected their people. But I don't know. Yeah,
I
it
just
was.
gotta think it was.
It was
all
just
staged.
all. I think it was had good intentions and it was just executed in bad taste.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think it was trying
The
too
program
hard.
itself sounds like a
Yeah,
cool
sounds
idea.
amazing, but
yeah.
it's
It-
also one of those like tooting your own horn kind of things.
It is, and it was cold too. Like
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a
I know it's
tough-
supposed to be a warm ad, but they're sitting in this vacant room with two-way mirror or one-way mirrors and
yeah,
Yeah.
or one-way glass, and
I know what you mean.
yeah, whatever the heck that stuff is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's too bad.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Let's see. What is with the Squarespace? Keanu Reeves, right, standing on top of a motorcycle.
Well,
That one was weird.
Yeah. I think they were
Not my
hoping the
favorite.
star power would just carry it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't do it for me. And then I think. Oh wait, another one I didn't like was the Groupon. I didn't get
didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see that one either.
Some lady,
More
I
guacamole
don't
for
know
me.
if she was a celebrity that I didn't know, but she's yelling at you for not using local businesses or something, and then
Oh,
they do the field goal kick into the guy's nuts. Remember that one? The guy opens the door and they kick.
I do remember that.
Oh, now he's
so I
laughing.
did
He
finally
liked
see
it.
He says he hates local businesses. And
Yeah,
I
I-
buy football.
I don't know. Didn't make me want to go get Groupon.
Especially when you're kicking the nuts with the football.
Right. You liked that
funny,
one,
though.
didn't you?
It's
Yeah.
funny.
All right. My second favorite, beside I think the Tide was done really well, but I like the My Bleep Don't Stink from Febreze.
Yeah. Yep.
I think they picked everybody in all the actors they chose were great. I think they played her.
Yeah,
That was a
I
good
don't know
one.
if the message in the end. I mean, yeah, it was a more of a fun ad. I think. Yeah, there was some definitely. I mean, did it make me want to go get? I don't know, but
I like that they.
yeah, it was good.
And then they said, whatever his name was, his bleep doesn't stink, but he's not at your Super Bowl party.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
What's Febreze?
Yeah. Mom, what's
Yeah.
Febreze?
Is it the janitors loved him?
yeah. The mom is. We have a friend that has a daughter who's a lawyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
My son's bleep doesn't stink.
Really? Nice.
Not mine.
Oh. So, well, that's cool.
That's all I wrote down.
So, which one was the?
Oh, Budweiser water commercial. That was, they're tooting their own horn, but I think it was a good thing, where they bottle or can water for disaster relief.
I read some stuff online though where people were like, "Yep, they're just admitting that their stuff tastes like water." They're struggling anyways. So I mean, I think anything they would have not helped them or as a business, I know they're not doing the greatest.
Oh, they had to sell off all the Clydesdales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. But. Yeah.
Ooh, there it is.
Super Bowl.
Just yet another review of Super Bowl commercials.
Super Bowl 52. Is that what it was? 52?
52.
52.
Yeah. So back to you.
First one I've
LII.
watched in years.
Hey, so tell us more about Stack Prints.
Stack Prints. We're having lunch together tomorrow.
You are?
Yeah. Invite them down. Stack Prints is a little thing me and a couple local designers do. It's pretty fun. We just design things for the fun of it, We get to do whatever we want. We can make it as weird as we want. And we're kind of not super busy right now. Everybody's kind of in transition, but
Yeah,
I think we're hoping to pick it back up here, make some new stuff, have some fun,
that's cool.
just kind of design culture, educate a little bit,
Yep.
get people interested.
So you guys are obviously designing it, and then don't you guys also do a lot of silk screen?
Yep. So we got a little print shop in Taylor's basement, and when we design stuff, we can print it ourselves, or I don't know, have some fun. And
That's cool.
it's really nice especially if you're working on client stuff, to get home and have an idea and actually be able to produce it and see it
Right.
in the flesh. And
Yeah, that was one of the things.
stackprints.com.
Stackprints.com. Well, that whole thing, it fit right into our culture. Obviously, we've talked before about power of play, so that was one thing we really were intrigued by when we were, talking with you before we handed you your position.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool because it really aligned with what we were doing, so that was cool. And I've seen your work; it's pretty awesome. So
Thank you.
It's good stuff. So, what else?
What else do you do for fun?
I would say on the average day, I'm skateboarding or snowboarding, pretty much. Filming my
Or
friends.
mountain biking.
Or mountain biking. Or yesterday I went climbing for the first time in a while.
That's pretty cool.
My arms are burning.
Yeah.
He
But,
also
yeah.
fits the very active culture that we have here.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Totally.
Hi, we try.
Yeah.
put it this way: he's definitely the thinnest of the three of us, of the four of us.
Youngest, thinnest.
What do you
Well,
say?
he's tall. I'm just saying he's
Tall.
tall. He's a tall guy.
I am the young gun.
Handsomest. He's the
Yeah.
Makes me feel really, really old.
Yeah.
You guys make me feel young, you know.
What do you have coming up in the next month and a half?
I'm working on a little snowboard edit right now with my friends.
Not that.
What?
Copenhagen.
Oh, I'm going to Copenhagen.
Denmark?
Yep, going to Denmark.
Nice.
And we're going to Sweden too. So
That's right.
Copenhagen and Malmo are kind of like Duluth to Superior. So we're going to spend a night over in Malmo right when we get there and hang out and kind of see what it's all about. There's some famous landmarks I want to see
That's cool.
that involve skateboard culture, the train banks, and then we're going to go hang out in Copenhagen.
Nice.
Eat food, drink coffee, explore, see art, I don't know.
Get cultured.
Yeah, get cultured.
Yeah.
What kind of food do they have?
I don't know.
Danish?
Danish food? I haven't
meant
looked
the
into
little
the food
pastry.
much. But
Yeah.
I love to cook, so I'm excited to go out. I know we're gonna try to. I know foods there is really expensive, so
Oh.
we're gonna try to cook at home. We got an Airbnb, so
Oh, nice.
yeah. Copenhagen, I'm super excited for that. I've never been to Europe, so
Sounds
Nice.
cool. I've never been there either. So
Me either.
I'm jealous.
have you ever been to Europe?
Yeah, lived in Germany as a kid.
Oh wow, it's cool. We really wanted to try to go somewhere else too, like Berlin was on
Yeah.
the list, or somewhere in Norway, but we decided we only have 6 nights.
Selected.
Short and sweet.
Yep.
But it's crazy how cheap you can fly everywhere there. It was like $40 to fly to London.
Oh, wow.
It's just crazy. But we're just gonna stay in Copenhagen and Sweden.
Nice. You're going somewhere soon.
Just going to Florida.
Nah,
That's it.
It's no Copenhagen.
It's warmer than
It
here.
is no Cope.
No, I know.
Well, there's one exciting thing you told me you're doing.
Seeing my parents?
Yeah.
Oh no. No, we're gonna catch a baseball game and
Nice.
stuff. While we're
Spring
down there.
training.
Spring training. So that'll be fun.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel this boring in comparison to Steven's adventure. But
Yeah.
It's not Europe.
yeah,
Not Europe.
someday.
But do you get to see Jeff's mom and dad?
I've never seen Jeff's mom or dad.
Yeah.
So no, that's the unfortunate part about my trip.
Well,
Yeah. I'll say hi.
Yeah, say hi for me.
So yeah,
Tell him I miss him.
yeah. Say hello to your mother for
Yeah,
me.
that's funny. So, all right. Well, that was probably it, huh?
Riveting.
No, but I mean, we did this last year too, though, where we talked about the Super Lads. I mean, I think it's a good recap, and
Yeah.
because I always like to, obviously we probably study those ads more than most, just because of the nature of work we do. So it's always fun to kind of
Right.
pick them apart a little bit.
I think we talked about this last year too, but that's why I don't love going to Super Bowl parties because I
Right,
want to
you
watch
wanna
the
watch the
game.
game
I
and
want to watch
watch-
the
yeah.
commercials. I want to watch
Yep.
the halftime show. I want to take the whole thing
Yeah.
in. I want to watch 6 hours of pregame stuff, and
Right.
you always get somebody talking either during the game or
Shut
during the
up!
commercials or
Quit talking.
yeah. So
I mean, nicely. Can
Yeah.
you not talk right
hey,
now?
great party.
Yeah.
Everybody runs to the bathroom at the same time.
Right.
and-
Right. Hurry up in there! I'm missing the commercials.
Yeah.
What are you doing in there? Wait a minute. Too much taco bar.
You know,
What's Febreze?
class, class. Keep it classy.
I know.
Creative Arcade.
I know. So, all right. Well, I think that's all I got.
Whoa.
Yeah, time to shut her down. So, well, until next time. Until what? So this was 20.
Number 20.
Wow. Look, we're growing up.
I think we're turning of age next time.
We're turning 21 next time.
Right.
Wow. We can legally do No, I don't know. Podcasts.
Oh.
Forget it. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.